Hi everyone, my name is Saraya Sawar, and this is my reflection on the most recent module we have completed, which is Module 4. This unit focused on the learning process and how social influences shape human behavior, especially when it comes to criminal offending. We explore how things like moral beliefs, obedience to authority, peer influence, and behaviors contribute to why people commit crimes. One of the most things I learned in this module is that criminal behavior isn't always about an individual choice or a personality trait. A lot is learned either through direct reinforcements or by watching others. For example, Bandera's social learning theory explains how people imitate behaviors they have seen modeled around them, especially if those behaviors seem to be avoided. If someone grows up in an environment where crime is normalized, they may learn to adapt to those behaviors. We also looked at theories like differential association by Sutherland, which focuses on how people vows and techniques for committing crime from close relationships. Like family or friends, the more a person is exposed to pro-criminal values, the more likely they are to engage in crime themselves. Another key concept was moral disengagement, the idea that people sometimes justify or excuse harmful behavior to make themselves feel better about it. This can include things like blaming the victim or claiming the crime served a greater purpose. This theory helps explain how otherwise normal people commit serious offenses without feeling guilty. Finally, we explored the obedience and authority play a role in criminal acts. This module reminded me of classic studies like the Milgram experiment, where people obey authority figures even when it came to harming someone. This made me think deeply about crimes that people committed by people who are saying they were just following orders. Um, Connecting to what I already know, these ideas connected with a lot of things I learned earlier in psychology courses. For example, we talked about operant conditioning, where behaviors are shaped by rewards and punishments. The concept here applies here too. If someone is rewarded for crime or crime helps them survive gain status, they are more likely to repeat that behavior. This module also helped me understand some real world examples better. When I think about gang activity or even white collar crime, I can see how learning and social influence play a big role. It's not just about bad people doing bad things. It's often about people being shaped by their surroundings and learning what works in their environment. Um, since we've now finished chapters needed for short paper 2, I'm starting to think about how I'll apply a different theory to the same crime analyzed in short paper 1. In that paper, I may have focused on biological or psychological perspectives. So for this one, I'll focus on more learning theories or social cognition. Um, Overall, this module gave me more complete picture of how criminal behavior develops. It's not just about bad choices or personality. It's about what people learn, who they interact with, what society reinforces. I'm looking forward to applying these concepts in my next paper and seeing how different theories explain the same actions in new ways. Thanks for watching.